Well, I think there are some obstacles here that don't exist in some of the other regions, which make it more difficult. The geographic differences between the different countries that you don't have in some of the other regional systems. I know it's been under study, but I think it's going to be difficult. There are certainly many more languages than you find in some of the other regions. Not so much of a shared political history or cultural history as you find in some other areas. Well, as I'm going to talk about in my lecture tonight, I think that almost all of the major innovations in human rights law have originated at the regional level. And partly that's because there is a shared culture, there is a shared history, there are common values in many of the regions that allow for peer pressure to work. There's usually more media attention given at the regional level, and the development of strong civil society organizations that make it possible to push further on human rights than at the global level. Well, if you don't have a strong political will or good human rights among at least a good number of the member states, you're not going to get a good regional system because you don't have good national systems. So you need to have a basic political will and support for the system to grow and flourish. Regional systems help to develop human rights law. They have the strongest enforcement mechanisms of any human rights systems that exist on the international level. They can help pull up countries whose human rights performances are problematic. They can enable leadership in countries who have strong human rights performance without having to deal with all of the large bureaucracy of the United Nations.